The symbol of fire plays a huge role in many religions of the world, including Hinduism and Christianity. In Hinduism, any official ceremony begins with the lighting of a fire, and this fire in the lamps is offered to the deities, symbolizing our burning heart. Also in Orthodox churches, lighting a candle in front of an icon is part of the obligatory ritual and sacrament of prayer. Every year, according to the lunar calendar, the blessed holy fire descends on Easter, and this is a miracle that the whole world knows about. We would like to tell you about the global international initiative Fire to the Millennium, which sets itself the mission of saving and transforming human civilization. The initiative was launched back in 2000, at the turn of the two millennia, under the auspices of United Nations Secretary-General Kofi Annan. This initiative is undoubtedly capable of influencing the improvement of international relations in the world at the present stage. The declaration on the meeting of the third millennium was adopted at the 53rd General Assembly of the United Nations in 1998. As part of the expedition program towards the 21st century, which was held under the auspices of the United Nations in January 2000, representatives of 18 countries, including Russia, the United States, Great Britain, India, Canada, France, etc., signed a memorandum on preserving human civilization and virtually lit the symbol of the third millennium from 31 stars, the Millennium Flame, an analogue of the Olympic flame. Thus, the first stage of the formation of the symbol of the third millennium occurred at the point zero of the Earth, in Antarctica, where there are no state borders. The second stage of the formation of the symbol of the third millennium took place in February 2000 in Jerusalem in the presence of the presidents of several countries. The third stage took place after the end of the 27th Summer Olympic Games and the 11th Summer Paralympic Games in Sydney. No one will be able to repeat this, if only after 1,000 years. As a result, it turns out that today the authors of the symbol of the third millennium are only 2 people, out of 8.3 billion people: Olga Afanasieva and Sergei Shurigin. The action was personally patronized by UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan. In 2000, the symbol of the third millennium, the Flame of Millennium, traveled to all continents of the planet, and the Memorandum on the Preservation of Civilization was signed by more than 100,000 people from different countries. 25 years have passed since the signing of the Memorandum on the Preservation of Civilization, which was signed by representatives of 18 states in 2000 in Antarctica, where there are no state borders. And 2026 may mark the beginning of a new 25 years of mutual understanding and respect in the world, otherwise the world may face an apocalypse. As you know, the doomsday clock at the beginning of 2026 showed 85 seconds to midnight, when humanity could be destroyed as a result of global disasters. Taking this opportunity, Olga Afanasieva and Sergei Shurigin, as the authors of the symbol of the third millennium, announce a new initiative, the Millennium Memorandum. We appeal to the world community, the United Nations, leaders of different countries, and global business leaders so that leaders and ordinary citizens of many countries can sign the new Millennium Memorandum, while simultaneously becoming, for future generations, co-authors of the symbol of the third millennium. This may be the rationale for launching serious global strategies. At the same time, we propose several specific initiatives in the social and economic spheres. We believe that it is advisable: 1. Re-establish the World Fund for Reconstruction and Development, RDWF. At one time, it was established in October 1993 in Washington, D.C. Sergei Shurigin was the executive vice president. This fund was a kind of club of global private financial houses of the planet. He formed global strategies for the development of the global economy, in particular: A strategy to reduce global aggregate debt. At the beginning of 2026, according to official expert estimates, it is approximately $375 trillion. B a strategy to dampen the threats of technological singularity, for example, solving the Cludge AI paradox, the consequences of which are worse than nuclear war. C. Strategies to adapt ontological technologies that they can influence the existence of civilization. Back in 1995, financial experts estimated one such ontological technology at about $1 trillion. 2. Create a global technology consortium, Space Zero International, with the participation of global business leaders to identify new strategies. A new space paradigm. For example, the Mars 2027 program, the non-military aspect of space weather. B. Deep ecology and known threats to civilization, 2025 to 2075. C. Revolutionary medicine, increasing life expectancy, microelementology, smart molecules, pico-size medicine, etc. 3. To form aspects of the socialization of the world economy with a sacred context. A. Repayment of debt obligations of the P1, P1s and P2 states in the context of responsibility points until 2035. B. The global male extinction program in the context of solving the isotope 13 problem. Every million years, the Y chromosome weakens and loses 3 genes. C. The creation of the Foundation for Civilizational Responsibility, with UNICEF and a permanent global mechanism to provide high-tech medical care to children from different countries. We have already started forming an organizing committee for these global goals. We propose to hold several international Millennium forums in different directions. Success to all of us in this activity, which brings hope to the world. With respect to all progressive forces on the planet. Olga Afanasieva and Sergei Shurigin are the authors of the symbol of the third millennium.